Many people, when they think about vulnerable or vulnerability, think of somebody who is stupid, somebody who's weak, helpless, exposed, sensitive, susceptible, unguarded, defenseless, unprotected, and therefore it's their dang fault that they get what they get. According to Merriam-Webster, it is 1, capability of being physically or emotionally wounded, and 2, open to attack or damage, assailable, vulnerable to criticism. But we know it's so much more than that, because it also can refer to physical vulnerability like a young child, or emotional vulnerability like someone going through a difficult time. You lost your husband, you lost your wife, you got in a car accident, you lost your job, any one of these things. The list goes on. It also can go beyond physical harm. Vulnerable can also describe situations where someone is easily influenced or manipulated. Let's talk about that, because that's who the scammers go after. We are talking people with disabilities, whether they were born with them, whether they happened later on in life. We're talking about your elderly people that don't know what's going on with the new technology. Heck, I sometimes have a hard time keeping up with new technology, and I'm not an elderly person. We're talking about people like this young man. We're talking about these children. All of these people are faces of vulnerability. So, the next time you want to comment about how stupid people are to believe these scammers, think about what the word vulnerability really means. Maybe you're the stupid one for not helping educate your family. Maybe you should help more than criticize. Think about that next time. Hello and welcome to my little corner of YouTube. No, I'm not normally so intense when I start off my videos, but I have been getting very frustrated about the ignorance of entitled people and what they think about scammers. They don't seem to get it. So I had to make my point known. Shoot me in the foot, I don't care. Had to say what I gotta say. I am glad you're all here. I do hope you stay and listen to the rest of the video. If not, I understand. You couldn't handle it. It's okay. I don't mind. Last time in last video, we helped Tom Ellis to let it go because, like me, he had so much anger, although his anger was all misplaced. Mine is focused solely on the scammers. I'm not gonna lie. They're gonna get my ire. Today, we have a Tom Ellis that is very, very presumptuous. So, grab your favorite chair and beverage, sit by the fire and warm up if it's cold in your time zone, or maybe don't sit by the fire if it's too hot for you, whichever makes you feel most comfortable. And sit back as I tell you the tale of a presumptuous Tom Ellis. Now, of course, as they are all doing these days, this Tom Ellis was no different and used a business chat, which means that it's a little bit harder to engage with them, but I do my best. He, she, or they were responding to a comment that I had done on Tom Ellis's management page. And they came at me and said, "Hello, how are you doing? I presume you know we gotta talk, right?" I did no such thing. I'm sorry, I don't know what that buzzing is going on. I think they're doing some construction nearby. I do apologize. And so I asked, are the question mark in this Oh, it was supposed to be because you were unsure. To what do I owe the pleasure of this meeting? Why are you so presumptuous? And here's Tom Ellis's management. He said, "How's your day going, my love? Please send me a text soon. I miss you." To which I said, in response to Tom Ellis, misses us, eh, what? Ridiculous rubbish. And it was. How could he miss us? He doesn't know us, for fuck's sakes. So this is when our Tom Ellis, the one that I'm talking to now, decided to come at me. And I put this Tina folk down from Berkeley College, White Plains, New York, because I have noticed, you might notice too, at least on Facebook, that this particular scammer, and it is a scammer, like the picture of the person, probably, it's a stolen picture. So the person, you understand, isn't the one scamming. The scammer stole this picture, and now this exact name shows up in almost every single celebrity scam list that I have personally seen on Facebook. So if you're on Facebook and you look through the likes, or not through the likes, through the follows and through the friends, and you see Tina, if nothing else had convinced you that this person you're talking to is a scammer, you know, if you see this Tina person from Berkeley College, White Plains, New York, you are definitely talking to a scammer. So in response to me asking if he was unsure, he said, "Yeah, exactly. Well, I noticed you commented on my post and you caught my attention, so I'd like to know who you are," he says. "Firstly, how are you? Where are you texting from? Because both of those are important." So, unsure about my name or unsure that we need to talk? I asked. "Well, no, I didn't comment on your post now, did I? It was Tom Ellis' management post that I had commented on." And his response was that he was unsure about the fact that I never text anyone on here, making it my first time texting a random fan, and yeah, I think I like it. He won't for much longer, I promise. Let's say a lucky day indeed. Not bad idea at all. Where in the world are you from? He asks again. Thank you for at least starting with the niceties before the checklist. I am well this morning, thank you. How is your morning starting out to be? I asked. And I told him that I'm currently texting from my couch, because I was. In response to him being unsure and that this is his first time talking to somebody, I said, "Cool beans, mate." He had said not a bad idea, and autocorrect kept changing. Every time I said bad, it kept changing it to big, and I just left it in. I don't care. Come at me if you want. It is what it is at the end of the day. So according to my text is, English is hard for me too, you know. What is not a big idea? I'm texting from down under, mate. As far as countries go, that is. Oh, someone's confused, LOL. I am Tom Ellis, and fair enough. I'm aware of a lot of people on this here who pretend to be me and take things from my fans. So I had to not put no image on my profile. First time texting a random fan because you caught my attention. I'm sorry you are confused. How can I help you with your confusion? I said. Maybe screenshot help you, maybe. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. Must be a special lady, I presume, once again. And in response to me asking how he is doing, he says, turning out good because I'm comfortable talking to you. Weird anyways, but I like the feeling of comfort and the way you make me smile. Guess it's a good morning. So I gave him a little love heart. I see what you did there. Well, I'm currently texting from my bed anyway, was his jovial comment on me texting from my couch. I don't think they'd be need for that, he says in response to, does he need my help, a screenshot, what have you. What was it about me that caught your attention so, young man? If I may ask, that is. We'd let the sleeping dog lie, he says. And then he responds to what's not a big idea. He says, "Want to tell me?" And then his response about what caught his attention, he said, "Wow, she's one hell of a lady. Firstly, manner of approach, and your name too," he says. Meanwhile, I like how you put words together and make them comforting for me, because it's all about you, buddy. What is it you truly desire? He tries. It's okay. I have the receipts of whom I commented on anyway. Always good to be careful, what? I said. Wow, I'd like to see in particular, in response to the receipts. Yeah, being careful has always been my thing. Perhaps you also must have spoken to people who pretend to be Tom Ellis. No, never. I have never spoken to a single imposter before, buddy. For the internet to be safe, sadly, that won't happen. So many bad actors out there, which is why it is wise to stay vigilant, I told him. Okay, I respect your little decision. It's not my place to speak to people randomly, but I did. Trust me, I'm having a good time now. In response to want to tell me, I said, what? You're the one who said something wasn't a big idea, so you tell me what it was. You gotta calm your nerves and communicate freely. But same time, like you said, you gotta be careful. Meanwhile, there's nothing to fear. I'm Tom Ellis. I mean, Lucifer Morningstar. Nice to meet you. But you said not to. To let sleeping dogs lie. Interesting fellow, ain't ya? Because he wanted to see, again, and the receipts I had. But when I was asking him before, like I said, and showed you, he said, let sleeping dogs lie. So he just can't make up his mind. Thought you know me well enough. And then he used my name, which is why there's a big explosion there. Yes, I talk to many pretenders, a hobby of mine, you could say. Where in the world are you from? I ask again, Tom says. I tell you something, it's not difficult using the block buttons. About last week, I paid a lot of fans thousands of dollars because they fell prey to something I know nothing about. Oh, look at this poor little baby white knight just trying to make good on scamming me. My little decision? Condescending much, are we, young man? Intriguing indeed. Wait, are you meant to be Tom or Lucifer? Or do you know? Because he said he's Tom Ellis. Well, I mean Lucifer. Indeed, I don't expect you to be quite comfortable talking to me pending your previous experiences, but soon, if you don't let your insecurities and anxiety get the best of you, you'd definitely be. My insecurities? He's trying to bring me up and put me down at the same time. This is all a part of gaslighting. People ask, what is gaslighting? And you can read the words, the definition of gaslighting, but this is gaslighting at its finest. Right here, these words that he is saying. I told you, mate, you skipped over it. I'm down under. LOL, this is really cracking me up. Since you don't want to speak to me as Tom Ellis, maybe you'd like to talk to me as Lucifer Morningstar. But, as you know me already. Oh, yes, indeed. Blocking is an option, I said. So, oh, I don't know why it says days. I fall prey to blood-sucking... so I don't fall prey to blood-sucking leeches. Nar, mate, pretenders can't fool me. Thanks for your concern. Although he has a point, there is a block button. I do highly suggest you all just use that block button. Don't let these guys into your life unless you're willing to play with them and understand that they are going to try to manipulate you in every single possible way they can. Oh, he says, and gives a thumbs up about me being from down under. I value my self-respect, he says, and esteem a lot. If there's one thing you should know about me, I don't like to tell lies, and I don't like liars either. We've heard that before from the liars that don't like to tell lies. So I only want to hope you don't think I'm one of your previous meetups. No one is pretending here, and no one's fooling anyone here, he says. He is both right and wrong. So calm down if you still want to talk. It's okay to feel nervous or whatever, but making friends isn't a bad idea, he says. Making friends can be a bad idea if you let your guard down and tell them stuff that you shouldn't tell them, only to find out that they've just scammed you. Just keep note of that. Yes, very condescending, dear boy. I did not have any bad experiences, though. Never said I did, sweets. Also, dear boy, I'm not the one with the insecurities. Projecting on me is a choice indeed. LOL, you are the one that said that you were Tom, then forgot, and said that you were Lucifer. Gaslighting won't work on me, Omo. In response to him respecting his valuing and respecting blah, blah, blah bullshit, I said, you are a combination, indeed, love. Too right, no one is fooled here, I said. And him telling me to calm down, I said, LOL, calm down. You are a laugh riot. I'm as cool as a cucumber in a bowl of hot sauce. Gaslighting, he says, getting a little bit frustrated with me. I'd say that's the wrong term. Tom Ellis and Lucifer is one person, me. Lucifer, just my character in the movies. I think you know better than thinking I'm trying to gaslight you. So he's trying to gaslight me about gaslighting. That's very, very funny. Not. I'd rather you'd address me as dear man. Boy sounds belittling. There's a reason for that, Tom. There's a reason. And his response to me being cool as a cucumber in a bowl of hot sauce, he said, I see. No, dear lad. That's just it. Gaslighting is the right term. More than once you said something, I responded to it, and then you tried to make it look like I was the one saying it. Had you done that once, I would say it was out of ignorance. You did it more than once, love, so you see, dear boy, you knew what you were doing. Indeed, it does, old chum, I said in response to a boy sounding belittling. Feels about as comfy as misogyny and gaslighting, I'd wager. No matter how your anger hot reach, a nor fit boil beans, I told him, which means, baby, calm down. Mama didn't raise no mugu here, just saying. Quote, Tom Ellis and Lucifer is one person, me. Lucifer is just my character in the movies. I think you know better than thinking I'm trying to gaslight you. He ignored that because I was trying to make a point, and he went back to the pigeon. What in God's name are you saying here? He says as if he has no clue. And in response to me telling him to calm down, here also, I'm trying to understand. You said that, not me. I was referring to the Tom Ellis bit because he typed too fast. I was a slow typer. What can I say? You said that, not me. And in it, you claimed to be Tom and Lucifer, as well as reminding me that one is a character. Indeed, I said about him trying to understand. No one's normal anymore. He just throws his toys out of the playpen. I suppose not. It would be boring if we were all normal, I'd say. That was November 11th, November 12th. He hadn't said anything, so I asked him how's tricks then. And he ghosted me up until December 1st. When I said, that good, huh? And then, I'm sure you know by now, at least have a clue that I know your hustle. What is your problem? He asks. Oh, my problem is scammers. I thought that was obvious. And then I try to say, I don't know what you mean, but he was no longer available because he had done with me and was gone like the wind. Thank you very much for being here, taking in this video. Thank you for understanding, assuming I'm going to be presumptuous myself. I presume you understand why I did my intro the way I did. I'm just getting as frustrated with scammers as I am. I'm more frustrated with the keyboard warriors saying stupid things about people that are scammed. It's not fair. It's not right. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Please stay safe out there because I do care.